Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, today in the No Hope Estate we're going to be taking a slight break from leveling up some of our apprentices to go into the Farmstead and beat the Time Rye Miller. There's a few reasons for this. There's a few bad quirks and a few diseases on the apprentices I still really wanted to get leveled up, so this is a good time to take a break, get everything collected, more or less. So, short break to go fight the Time Rye Miller. And, well, you know, Ronnie had vertigo, that's not horrible, but also things like Baristan, who usually acts as a tank, had things like Insipid, and then there was a few backups that had, like, Forskirio interactions that I wanted to get rid of. So, here we are. Now, I don't expect this to be too hard. The one challenge is, you know, dots, getting crit, bad things like that. I'm not thinking that stress is going to be the big deal, even though that sometimes is on the Farmstead. It's usually death by 1,000 cuts in these types of runs, especially because I'm not going to be able to heal nearly as much, or if I'm going to be taking a few really big hits and not going to be able to recover because of the rules of this estate. So let's see what we can do. So the party for today is going to be Amani, the shield breaker. We have Pierce on her for the armor piercing and just obviously moving forward. Adder's Kit as a blight moving back. I really would like to be using Impale more because this has a blight and hits everyone. And then Serpent's Way as a block because we've seen how valuable blocks can be. Half my health or more in some cases of damage. For her trinkets, we're going to have the Spectral Spear Tip. This gives all our attacks plus 2 damage, so in the case of things like Impale, where I'm hitting up to 4 targets, all 4 targets will take 2 more damage, and on Monster Kill, buff self for plus 1 max HP for the quest. In this case, that's not as valuable because I'm healing with food. I can't really heal, so I'm not sure how valuable that's actually going to be in this case, but I wanted the plus 2 damage on Impale. And then we have the Poison Skull because 1, Impale will be blighting, and then more blight on Impale with this, so it's really going to be a 2 for 3 blight, as long as we're blighting. But then I do more crit versus bladed, more damage versus bladed, because everyone else is theoretically blighting for me. So we'll see how that works. The one thing is, she is kind of fast, comparatively. She's almost tied for top at 8 speed, and the other two are at a 9 speed. She does have speed on the silent, though. Then we have Baliol, the Uncrowned. The goal with him is to be blighting as much things as possible, so we're not changing his kit too much from what we've been doing. When he is stealth, he's going to open up with ambush. Otherwise, he's most likely going to be used Poison Knife into one of his finishers. The reason for Poison Knife is Zanzil's Altered Mixture. This ups the blight amount per combo point, so he can go from anywhere from like plus 0 to plus 100% blight amount. That brings the Poison Knife from 3 to 6 blight amount per blight. And then plus 100% damage for bladed, and next attack will do more blight, like Fan of Knives for instance. And then also Zanzil's Altered Mixture. On range attack hit, all other enemies will be bladed, 2 for 3, but with all 4 combo points activated, that is a 4 for 3 blight. And then the Bloodlust Brooch again, minus 3 speed on the first run, plus 5 accuracy. Hemorrhage and Poison Knife will gain 4 combo points on hit versus anything that is poisoned or bleeding. And then on Hemorrhage or Poison Knife hit, gain 4 combo points versus anything that is bleeded or blighted. Kinda nice. Next up, Audrey, the Grave Robber. Realistically, I only plan on using Thrown Dagger or Poison Darts. Poison Dagger does extra damage versus blighted, also ups her accuracy. Poison Darts blights, lowering blight resistance, but I do have Lunge doing extra damage versus bladed. It does move her forward, but it is a higher damage than Thrown Dagger, so this is really nice if I'm expecting to finish one of the rounds. We also have Pick to the Face for armor piercing. Then for her trinkets, it's more on the survivability side. So we have the Lucky Talisman for plus 10 dodge. If her HP for some reason dips below 50, she gets another 10 dodge, and then if she's at Death's Door, she gets another 10 dodge. So right now she's at 45 dodge, but that could go up to 65 dodge, all things dependent. Then we have the Knife Pouch. This gives her plus 25% damage on all of her range skills, that is Thrown Dagger and Poison Dart, minus 10% damage on melee skills. Lunge doesn't really matter about that, won't be using it, it's still a high damage skill, and on range attack hit she gains speed. And finally, the Silent. Mainly going to be using Poisoner tools, we'll see what happens. We're going to have the Blight Amulet for plus Blight resistance because that is a thing in here, and plus Blight amount. So all of her blight skills do more blight. And then finally, Book of Bane plus blight chance, so better chance of landing her blight moves, and plus 33% blight duration. So with that being said, let's go have some fun. Let's get the Timer Miller. Once again, getting all the food because that is how I can heal. We're going to bring all the antivenoms, bandages, medicinal herbs, some holy water for the actual boss. We'll bring some laudanum, not expecting to use it. Let's have some fun.
Slabs etched with certain celestial designs were erected around the perimeter of the farmstead. The miller, lamentably eager for some early sign of improvement, fixed his watery eyes intently upon the wilted fields and listless mill. My gaze, however, was cast skyward, and I marveled at the limitless profanity of the stars, wondering what harvest might come.
Alrighty. So we do have Crystal or Color of Madness Plus or Farmstead Plus installed, and Koala's Creature Collection of Color of Madness installed. So there are extra enemies in here. As you can see, they have a lot of extra health. So this may be a doozy.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Let's blight one of the Shepherd Hounds. Let's see here. We'll do Tools of the Trade, but I'm not sure what I want to do. We'll do Noxious Fumes because I don't expect her to do killing attacks too often yet. Pierce hitting Foreman just so he can't put the riposte back on people. They really are going at the silent here.
The horror.
Alright, let's do Thrown Dagger hitting the... Got a bit of a plan here, so Shepherd Hound. Oh, are you kidding me here? I wanted to see her actual health. She's almost at death's door. Alright, Poison Knife hitting the Foreman. Wasn't expecting that crit, but that is nice, blighting everyone else.
The offensive.
Then, Impale.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Bandage up. And... I guess Tools of the Trade so we can just do something to the Hound. Or... lower their damage. The Silent is already almost out. This is bad.
Death waits.
That bleeds, I'm screwed.
Slightest lapse in concentration.
So unfortunately, even though this isn't supposed to be a healing estate, I did not delete the rule or go into the coding to remove the heal from the crystalline aberration. That will still be a thing. Anti-venom on Bellow. I'm gonna keep the combo points on him. We'll hemorrhage on the Shepherd Hound.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Tools of the Trade, because I'm assuming Corpse Explosion can take this out. I was so wrong. And Blake gets it.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Little close there. That Miller's Descendant is trouble. So I do need to be wary about that. Poison Dart on Foreman. I'm gonna do something with Amani, that's really gonna hurt. 9. And then I blight. How much do I blight for other than the 4? Deadly poison is a 3 for 3. That would be a 6 for 3. Plus the 4. So that's a 10 blight on top of the 9 damage. And we missed.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
I don't think that went off correctly. Probably because I spent my combo point. So I think only the deadly poison went off, which didn't double. And then because on range attack hit other enemies and because I hit every enemy, this didn't go off and hit every, like, how I was assuming this would work was because I hit, usually if you hit a enemy, it blights every other enemy, but if you hit every enemy, the coding goes, hey, you hit every enemy, so I'm not going to blight anyone with that. That makes sense. I mean, applying multiple blights there could have been overpowered. Okay, Corpse Explosion, Shepherd's Herald, the Sleeper's Herald, that blights everyone else. And I mean, realistically, everyone on next turn goes to blight. So what I was going to do was impale. But if I do that, I get hit by the Mater. So let's take out the Foreman.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
Alright, Throne Dagger. Mater goes down.
Annihilated. A death by inches.
Okay, we're going to anti-venom this. Gonna get rid of the Horror.
Be gone, fiend.
And then down that goes, I have one more wave. Backflip. And, I don't know if this stacks at all, so this is worth testing out. I'm gonna forget it, but it, Noxious Fumes does stack. Okay. Good to know. Alright, don't really care about the Petrified Mater, so it's the normal Mater or the Plow Horse. Plow Horse can bleed and stun us. It also goes stealth, which then I would need to de-stealth it, and I don't really have anyone to do that. Or I can go for the Mater who doesn't have a riposte. Plow Horse it is. And we did not blight him. Impale.
Impressive.
It does not have the best blight resistance. The Mater, who has a better blight resistance, is resisting. I just want to point that out. Tools of the trade. And just in case, Piercing Wail, that blights all of you, right? Ha ha ha. Let's get some combo points back. And if I Poison Knife you, that blights everyone else, and I believe you go down. Bye-bye, Mater.
Slow death. Unforeseen.
6 on the horse, 8 on the Mater. Crystallized Mater, or Petrified Mater, goes down on next turn.
Fear consumes the mind.
I do not believe that the combo points are going to persist past the battle, so let's just take the horsey out. That's a 9 blight on them. Kick to the face on the crystallized person. And then making sure the corpse doesn't pop back up.
Back to the pit.
Tools of the trade. Just waiting for someone to pop up here. There we go, dream. Round 1 done. That hurt a little more than I thought it would. So food.
Only for a fleeting moment.
Here's some food, folks. That's what we can heal. Glittering shards. Thank you for the 10.
Only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
This is a 4/4 stress. We're gonna get rid of that just to make sure that doesn't stack up on me. In we go. Alright, this affects me here. I have a mod on that makes this light not happen in Farmstead
In a
Plus.
blasphemous approximation of reality.
But it does affect me here because I didn't put the right mod on. Okay. So, I mean, realistically, we can blight the battery and the giant. So let's go for the giant first, because he's gonna hurt like hell. We have... The unfortunate thing here is I should have put Battle in 4, so he'd only go forward by 2, and then I could do Impale with Amani. But, 4 for 3 bleed. Or I can do... For some reason I was thinking Cheap Shot was a silence, but... now we'll do Ambush, hitting the giant. Pierce, hitting the battery. Battery down. Good old crit. Alright, let's see here. Silent is probably gonna up her blight. No, she has a good blight rate. I just can't catalyst a corpse explosion. So tools of the trade. And we're gonna wail, lowering the damage because screw the giant in particular. I don't have the thing for the next 6 rounds. Alright, poison darts on the crone. Impale. There we go. Tools of the trade. This has 130 base. I have plus 34 chance, so that's 160. He has a 30% chance of resisting me. Can I math that? Or is it a 40%? Either way, it's not great. We're going to Catalyst the Giant. 14 Blight. Anti-Venom. Poison Knife on... I wanted the Crone, I misclicked there. But she's got a pretty heavy Blight on her now. Oh no. That's where a block might have come in handy. I was debating pick to the face on Spider, but... Throwing Dart. Giant. $11. Now, how much health does this thing have? And then I do 3, 6, possibly 10. So Poison Dart, Giant. Got 4. Spit her down.
One falls.
Then a Noxious Fume, get her blight rate up, get her next non-6 killing attacks have extra blight attached. Oy vey. She goes down. 25 blight on Giant. He definitely goes down. Hey, Crone. 29. I don't think the Giant's feeling too good. So we're gonna get rid of the corpse before it becomes something bad. So Thrown Dagger. Pierce to move forward.
Cursed champion falls.
Backflip, just because we can. Tools of the trade to refresh stuff. And then we can neutralize the corpse. Which realistically did not do much. 4 new enemies. I want the Madman down. That stress is gonna add up. Thankfully I have this, but
even the boldest.
it's gonna add up. Alright, how much blight's he at now? He's gonna go down. The Enchantress might go down, because this is 11 damage if it hits. And then I would just have the grabbers. So let's Tools of the Trade again. I can't get marked, so they're just gonna Stumbling Scratch. Corpse Explosion does not nearly enough, so let's Catalyst. I have a plus 34% Blight chance. They're both bladed. They just have a higher resistance, so I'm gonna hit the one in front, or the one in back, rather. It's blighted. It's got 24 blight. It goes down. And then they're both blighted for enough to take out the corpses. Or not. So Fungal Grabber goes down. I'm gonna Thrown Dagger the one in back. She doesn't get healed because she's at full health. I Poison Dagger this one. I mean, it's extra damage on the Grabber. Not that he needs it. The funnier thing would be to Corpse Explosion it. Because it's totally a corpse.
Another abomination cleansed from all.
I guess shards are just flinging into the back of this guy. And then pierce him just to get Amani in front. Is this gonna be the Dreamer? Yeah. Oh yay, food.
Battle ahead. But for a moment...
So there's the full heal on Balol. Let's heal up on these people. Amani and the Silent. We're gonna get the stress off of her. And then into the second to last section.
Furrows of earth
Oh boy.
filled with blood.
This is gonna be fun. Who do I even Poison Dart? The Shepherd's Hound hurts. And I think they can apply a bleed even though they weren't. These two for sure apply a bleed. Crystallized Plowhorse does apply a stun. If I let the Foreman live and take one of them out and a Mater happens to spawn, he's gonna also give them a riposte. So there's reasons to take all of them out. I think I'm gonna go for the horse though, just because one, it has an AoE and then it can also stun us. Impaling. Please no stun, thank you. If I Corpse Explosion you, it's a guaranteed takeout when I spread the blight, and there's no corpse. But first we're gonna backflip, just for the free action, getting her in back so our Grave Robber can do more.
Monstrous size has
There we go.
intrinsic merit,
9 blight,
unless
9 blight.
inordinate exsanguination
Then we're gonna
could
ambush.
sever the virtue.
Let's go with the Doggo. just because he hurts a little bit more. Leaving the foreman, which is a mistake to me. Pick to the face, just get through that protection, because I don't want her moving forward. Piercing.
A decisive pummeling.
And I guess you have to pass, which is sad. Noxious fumes, so you get extra blight. And there's a mater that I didn't want spawning with the foreman. If I do pick to the face, I might be able to take out the herald without getting a riposte. Go armor piercing. We have combo points, so let's go for the mater, because that adds extra blight to everyone. Impaling, hitting all of the stealth people there, adding extra blight. There we go.
Exposed to a killing blow.
He's still stealth for 1 round, but what we can do is corpse explosion the mater, because now it adds extra blight to the miller's descendant and he just goes down. Now we gotta pass with everyone here. This is kind of sad. I could get blocks on Amani. I think the blocks go away at the end of the battle. Tools of the trade for the speed and the accuracy. Pass turn. And then we're gonna go at the plow horse. Because that's what I didn't want to deal with. Because stealth. Now what I could do is just do an AoE here, because I have the combo points for it. And it will blight everyone for 3 blight at least. I don't think I keep the plus blight amount, but they would go down to like 8 health. And then he goes down to like 13. I can take it from there. Yeah.
Destroyed.
Then I corpse explosion the mater. Lit on him real quick. Tools of the trade. When I corpse explosion the mater, or this corpse goes away, this mater doesn't leave corpse, and it's enough blight to take out the horse. So, pass turn. Pass turn. Thankfully, I have the mod on that doesn't stress us out when we pass the flipping turn. Because this would be horrible for me. Oh, there's not the dream right now, really. I was kind of expecting the dream to show up. I think I only need to take 1 out. Pick to the face. Oh, I was not expecting that. Poison knife hitting the horse. That blights everything else. So the herald there goes down. If you're stunned, that's fine, but not great. Impaling. So I'm like guaranteed this now. We can Catalyst. Because 5, 10, doubling to 15. And then extra from everything, 22.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Pick to the face. Fight over. I don't think the bar can be filled anymore. Did that corpse just respawn?
The instruments pause,
Am I crazy?
but the symphony will soon continue.
Stockpile, take what we can. Literally healing everyone up that I can here. Alright, then let's holy water up. Did I default party order? Just in case Amani goes first. Miller time.
Anchored on solid ground.
Let's do this. So gonna... Ooh, he has a high blight resistance. I forgot about that. Well, we can whittle that down with the debuffs. Now he's at 70. Ambush.
Well struck.
Gonna Serpent's Way for the blocks, actually. That's what I didn't want to have. Tools of the Trade. Noxious Fumes for the Blight chance, and the extra Blight. We gotta take down the Frozen Mater now. Unless I'm attacking with Amani, of course, but... yeah, picture the face. Impaling, attacking both of them, blighting both, hopefully. Poison Knife, because when I hit the Mater, I blight the Miller. Well, was trying at least. Mater goes down on his turn. Now what I can attempt to do... Hey, I got a achievement for that. The Poor Harvest. Have all 4 heroes dodge his, the Harvest attack. So, what I can attempt to do, and what's not going to happen, is I could attempt to, Corpse Explosion the Petrified Mater, and do enough damage to, blight the Miller, but it's not going to do enough. So instead what we're going to do is Piercing Wail, lower his damage and his crit. And that blights everyone here. And, Miller down. Then Pierce. Lunge would do 19. Throw and Dagger would do up to 15. Throw and Dagger. Probably should have lowered his blight chance, but yeah. Catalyst. 18 blade around. Hey, you did 1 whole damage there, buddy. Are you proud? I mean, he did heal. There is that. I'll give him that. Poison Knife. Get 22 around. That can't feel good. He summoned something so he can't get blocks now, so we'll keep these 2 alive as best of my ability. The Scarecrow will go down though, so Impale.
A powerful blow.
Poison Dart trying to lower resistances. That looks like he resisted that. If I Corpse Explosion this, we're not going to do enough damage again. So instead of what we're going to do is neutralize him. That ups his crits received. I can Poison Knife him, putting some more blight on him, or I can do Everscrape for 29 damage. Then he takes 25. So stabby, stab it is, Bello. Happy bird.
Nothing lives for long on these barren fields.
All in all, not too bad. I know I kind of more or less cheesed it because I healed, but that's like one of the very few fights or like instances where heals are going to happen mid-combat. I don't know many other fights where that is going to be a thing. Just because I don't know any other fights where the monsters heal you, other than the Talon Brigands healing your stress. There are a few fights that heal your stress, I'll give you that, but actually like monsters healing you, and I didn't know which rules did that, and I wasn't going to dig that far into the code and create 100 rules for 100 different monsters. Because my thought process here, mind you, and other people can think differently, is if I created the rule for the crystalline aberration to remove the heal when it dives, is I would have, my mind says, I would then have to go and remove all of the potential heals from every other mod from other monsters, all the stress heals from all the other monsters, which I know I'm pretty sure the misfire from the Brigand Pounder can stress heal you, so I'd have to do that. The Talon Matron, there's a fight in there. The hostage stress heals you, so I'd have to go and remove that one for sure. And there's a bunch of other ones that I would go and have to make rules for, like a rule for each and every one, I'm pretty sure, because each and every one of is attached to a different thing, and then I would have to go and make a rule for every mod, which then just adds bloat to the file. And if I don't make a stance somewhere, it's then I have to go and like do all the quirks as well. And then I have to do the diseases, because Koala's creature collection has a disease that can force heals and do some other stuff. Little things like that. So it was, if I let this happen, I can not do the potentially hundreds of hours of work that would take, and a lot of potential learning for the code for each and every one of those mods, or I can just let this one go. So that was my reasoning of not going and removing the rule for the crystalline aberration healing me, because this is like such a one-time thing, such a rare occurrence, and all of those are like one-time things or rare occurrences. So hope everyone understands of like why I let that one go. But the rewards we got here: 70 more comet shards, about 7,290 gold, 12 crests, and the crest of the Torii, which I probably will not be using. This is minus 15% crits received when attacked by yokai, minus 20% crits received in general, but you will do minus 10 crit. Out of everyone there, Silent hit level 4, Amani hit level 4. Silent also got Fear of Husks, Amani got Calm, I'm going to be getting rid of Calm, Audrey got Rabies, we'll be getting rid of that, and Nymphomania on Audrey.
The poor caretaker.
And now, something emerges beneath the mill. A crystalline alienage emerges from the farmstead that was created by the comet, roams in the surrounding regions. The crystalline harbinger will now roam the estate. And let me tell you, that thing is rough. So we will see. So Audrey, let's get rid of Rabies. Amani, we're getting rid of Colm. I'll see about what else I want to throw in there, but there are people I do want to throw in there. And with that being said, that's all for the vanilla portion of the farmstead that I will be doing, because I am not doing Endless. I know there's stuff in Endless, but I hate Endless so much. I hate it with a passion. I'm sorry, but I hate Endless. So I know there's stuff in there, but the amount you would have to pay me to actually do it, especially on this estate, no. So we will be doing the Farmstead Plus, we will be doing the Courtyard Plus stuff, and all the other bosses that I can. I'm gonna see how far I can get into the Sunward Isles. I plan on doing at least all the base Sunward Isles stuff, but like the Raging Raiju and the Night Parade, I'm not sure how far in those I'm gonna be getting, just because of like, they could be rough. Very rough. So we'll see, but now, as you can see, the Crystalline Harbinger is now wandering the region, and might be giving me a very rough time from now on. So that is an added, like, difficulty to all of this. To me, they're not as bad as the thing from the stars, but they are an added difficulty. So, with that being said, that is where we will leave it for this time, and I'm not sure where we will pick up from next time. There are a few things I would like to do. If I use Ronnie, I definitely want to go into the courtyard to try to get her last courtyard trinket, but I'm not sure that's what I will be doing. Just a lot of stuff that we can potentially do, and nothing really stands out to me of like, hey, go grab this, you know? So I will figure out a plan for next time. Probably leveling up some more of the apprentices now that they are all up to par again, and we will go from there. But I will figure that out and we'll see. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.